This is Sparta!
Okay. So, what's your name? Where you from?
My name is Sue. Follow me at Twitter, at the Real Sue _ from East Orange, New Jersey. Been here for a couple years.
Couple of years.
Yeah, a couple years.
Seeing on your what was that, Facebook today?
Yeah.
You're saying today is the anniversary for you.
Oh yeah. 6 years military. 6 years.
So how
I'm
you
done
go
with that.
how you go from the military to rapping?
I've been rapping like. It's actually hard for me to put a date on it, like an age, because when it came to, because I started off writing poetry. I'm a poet, you know, so anything with words, like it just, you know what I mean, I
Comes
just
naturally.
exactly it manifests and turned into a Michelangelo, Picasso, you know, it's a masterpiece.
So when was the first time you actually picked up a mic and came into the studio?
Funny story. When I first started off, like we was on like little computers with the microphone with the headphone attached to it. It was high school, but it was 2005. It was like summer 2005. I had got down with Interweb. It was my first rap camp. They took me to the studio. It was basically like a trial run. You know, it was my first time standing in front of a mic, being with Pro Tools, you know, and them teaching me how to record. So about 2005.
So who's that? I've never heard of them before.
Interwell was a camp that started in Roselle. What's that? I think that's Eastwick. I'm not sure. Or Union. One of them counties. I'm from Essex County. That's basically the only thing I'm worried about.
One of them counties out there.
You know what I mean? You know, but no disrespect to them. Like, you know, them my dudes. Who was it? It was Mouth, Trav, Tenino, Chaos, Nala, Capital Mo, and of course me. I was close range. That was my rap name. You know, it was basically I was straight street. You know, that's the only thing I rapped about.
So what made you change from that your original rap name to the Real Sue?
Life, because my name is Sultan. So instead of being somebody I'm not, I mean that right there, close range was a characteristic. But Sue is who I am. So it was like, you know, instead of just showing one of my characteristics who basically was a flaw, you know, instead of just showing that, just the street side, you know, and my struggle. I had good times too, you know, and being on a female song saying, you know, my name Close Range, you know, it's like, hey, you know,
don't really grasp her attention like that.
Exactly.
So it's interesting. You started out in a camp, right? What were some of your other inspirations?
One of my biggest inspirations was my brother, you know, Tone Gaines here and there. They used to come to me like, you know, like back when he was in high school, people used to come to me like, yo, your brother rap, yo, he nice, yo, he nice. Like, they like, yo, you rap? I'm like, my response was no. But then it forced me to actually say, hey, well, I mean, my brother doing it, so, you know, I'm at a young age, you want to be like your big brother. So I used to take his raps and used to spit them like they was mine, but I used to forget lines, so I ended up adding on lines. So before you know it, I did it so much, I created my first rap, you know, and that was like the 7th grade. And basically, like, I hit the 8th grade in high school and start, you know, I started venturing off. Exactly.
So when you started picking up your brother's rhymes, was it like you were filling his shoes, or were you being your own original person?
I was actually filling his shoes. I can't say I was being my own original person and I wasn't spitting none of my own life.
I mean, even though it wasn't like your original lines, was it like your original flow, or was it,
no,
okay, this time my brother do it, so I'm going to do it like him?
Exactly. Okay. That's how it was. And then, you know, people used to say, hey, you know, I like the way you put your words together. After I developed, you know, my own identity as far as the artist goes, you know, well, what I thought was my own identity, you know, because I had one from various different rap names. Every time I got better or I leveled up, I switched my name. Like my dudes will tell you, they like, yo, this nigga had like mad names, like, and then they'll run them down to you, you know.
Like, and it's funny. Like the top 5.
Top 5. I'm gonna keep it personal. My first one was Casper. You know what I mean?
They're like the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah, but it was with a K, cause you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was with a K, cause I'm light, I'm fab. That was 8th grade. Then it was Dustin Man. I went from that because on Central Ave after I graduated high school, I didn't keep Casper that whole time. It was Dustin Man because I used to battle, and I used to say like I dust everybody, like you know I
Okay.
dust you know. And then I went to Rich Gans. My brother's his rap name was Tone Gang, so I was still trying to follow in his
Yeah, on his
footsteps.
lead.
Exactly. So then a couple years later, it was Close Range, you know, Range for short. And then after that, it was hey man, you interrupting my interview, man.
What's
I just
up?
gonna, oh man,
Good. It's
hey,
good.
no, I'm playing. Nah, but all right. So you know, it was Rich Gans, and after that, it was Close Range, and then it was Soul. You know, that's basically when I started making other songs. You know, besides the street songs. You know, I started you know, like female songs. You know, making singles. You know, quote unquote singles, songs that could get played on the radio. You know, if you actually listen to my old music and listen to me now, you'll be like, it's not the
It's a
same
difference.
person. Exactly. Because
So
even the way I put my words together is different.
you feel as though you've grown as an artist over time?
Definitely. I had to. I had no choice but to grow.
You to do shit at Miss L.
Um,
I mean,
so, is there anybody else in this business like you would work with besides the people that you're already in the studio with?
you as far as sign artists?
Signed artists, unsigned artists, anybody?
Well, I mean, well, as far as unsigned artists, it's a Jersey movement going on. You know, I'm basically reaching out. You know, the thing is that you know Jersey, like we so crab in the barrel. You know, it's like if you're not from this hood or if you ain't from this spot, you know, some of them artists don't want to work with you. You know, but see me, I'm cool. I'm a cool individual. So you know, I lend a hand. And I ask, like, you know, I got a session, slide through. You know, it's up to you to slide through. If you don't come through, then, you know.
So you consider yourself a rapper or a lyricist?
I'm very lyrical. I'm a poet. I'm a poet. That's basically why I said I grew from being a rapper to, you know, to the lyrical artist that I am now.
So what's the most fun part about this whole business?
The reaction from my fan base, you know, because I could write a song and I'd be like, this is the best song, you know. But my fans, they might be like, you could have went.
You get somewhere that 30 feet off your fans?
I feed off my fans. I feed off the people I'm influenced by. But mostly I feed off my struggle. See, like if you hear my music, I'm not talking about nothing I don't know about. You know?
So it's actually like all your music tells a story.
Exactly. That's why I say I'm a lyricist. You know, because I don't rap about ice. I don't have that. You know, I don't have a nice car. Like you know the Maybach music. You know I said I ain't got a Maybach, nigga. I'm in the Honda 96. See way back, nigga. You know what I mean? I keep it real. You know what I mean?
I can dig it. It's nothing better than keeping it real.
Exactly.
So how many songs since you started would you say you recorded? Or do you have a mixtape out, I should say?
My first mixtape was back in '07. I dropped it New Year's Day. It was called New Jersey Savage.
How did that go?
It's still bumping now.
Like, I don't have
24
it.
track. Hey, I can get it to you.
All right.
I definitely get it
Make
to you.
that happen.
I'm about to put that on what's that? Dat Piff?
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? It's not that, it's that.
That.
You know what I mean? That. Got it right. You know what I mean?